go. Don't come selling me your hot stuff. If you wouldn't give a damn, let me warn you, Herman man, don't be your business next to mine. Say I didn't tell you so. You better back your fence and go. You've been so long, it's in the back door. Can't you see I got your eyes? Let me warn you, next to mine.
Hey guys, good morning guys. So yeah, I have the tactics stream this afternoon, but I'm not very sure that I can be doing the 2 hours this afternoon, so I'm gonna do 1 hour now and then we'll see if I have another hour during the day. Yeah, I have exactly 1 hour before I start work today, so let's do it. Let's do 1 hour of tactics. Learn puzzles. And there we go. Okay, first puzzle. Our opponent is attacking a lot over here. This is a terrible position for our rook. But we have an active queen, so some ideas with the knight and bishop are interesting. What's the difference between knight e3 and knight f4? Well, the type of defense he has to do with the queen, I guess. Because here he can choose between these two moves, and here I think this is forced because queen d2 would be a blunder here, queen d2, knight h3. So this seems more forcing, queen f1 and then bishop takes g2 seems nice, threatening knight h3 mate, and he can take the bishop. So yeah, forcing queen f1 to trap the king, I think that should be a great idea. So yeah, let's do it. There we go. And yeah, good one. Next. Bishop a6. Do I have some ideas against this? Or even this rook can be trapped at some point. Now if I go here, he can take, right? That's what I meant by ideas against this. So this, and if he takes here, I guess I take here. If he trades queens, I take here first and then regain the queen. So this, he pretty much has to move the bishop out. And then I might have some bishop d5. As I mentioned, ideas against that. Because if he takes with either piece, I take on... No, what am I saying? What am I saying? It's the same, it's bishop d5, right? If he takes with either one, bishop d5. Okay, let's do it. And I can trade and then bishop d5. What's the difference? If I do it now, maybe I have some issues with my own. Yeah, so I guess I have to trade first and then go here. And I take a free piece. Good. 2-8 in a row. Nice. Okay, I have a queen versus two rooks. This would be a terrible blunder. But what about something like, I don't know, moving the bishop might be interesting. Where does this bishop go? Can I move the bishop to have sort of a double threat? One threat being taking the bishop and the other threat being to checkmate him? Is that the proper idea here? And also, this prevents any doubling on the 7th, which would result in a perpetual. For example, if I go stupid move like this, threatening the bishop, he can even give out the bishop for the perpetual. So I guess this makes a lot of sense. Preventing doubling, threatening checkmates, and threatening the bishop. What can be wrong about it? Only thing wrong can be that also preventing e6 in some lines. Okay, I'm gonna do it. And I failed. Yeah. And I failed. What was the idea there? Was there any ideas to trap that rook? I don't see the trap. But yeah. Okay, now I see that after this, for example, he can't play this because of a checkmate. So this might be more direct. Yeah. Well, and now probably grab the bishop. Probably grab the bishop. Yeah. And the idea is after, if he tries the perpetual, then it's checkmate. So what was wrong about my move? Because he just escapes from the mate idea, giving out the bishop. Is that a move? I'm not sure. What did I miss here? Let me turn on the engine on. Rook b4, defending everything. So he's not scared. He's not scared of this. Because he's threatening my queen, that's one point. And the engine also gave this, and what's the idea here? Is this the idea? No, it's mate. So rook d2 should lose, right? Yeah, d2 loses. Okay, so rook b4 was what I missed. And now after queen e2, he's defended the bishop, so okay. Okay, here. I want to take here, but of course he takes with the queen, and then I have one check, and that's it. So, what about pinning? Winning by pinning. Winning by pinning. This is not possible because of rook e8 or rook trade and queen e8. So I'm threatening rook e8. I'm threatening to take on d6. How does he defend? Queen d7? Here queen d7 is a move. Oh shit. Then rook e7. Yeah. Okay, good. Knight e5. I have the feeling that disconnecting the rooks should be good. It's kind of an awkward move to do. And what's my threat anyway if he just goes away? My only threat was to take the rook. He can just step aside, I guess. So let's try to find out. Oh no, he cannot step aside. Yeah, knight here, if he goes there, bishop f4 check wins the exchange. Knight takes f4, rook takes rook, and my knight is defended on e2. So okay, this makes sense then. Probably winning the exchange. And knight here, I guess I take it. Huh, that's an interesting defense. Knight here, and I cannot take his rook because of the fork on c2, or maybe I can, and then I collect the knight in the end. And if I take the knight on e3, then he takes my rook on a1, and his rook is not trapped, so that's bad, so I cannot take the knight. So 92, 93, I take, check, king here, and maybe b3, and I have enough time to go and collect the knight. That would be 3 pieces for a rook, should be great. Let's do it. Oh, so he takes immediately. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of expecting this defense, which seems scary because this loses, I think. And this seems scary, but of course I have a slow but sure plan to collect the knight. Okay. What here? Oh, I want to distract this rook somehow. Okay, this feels really risky because I'm giving up a lot of checking squares. So I have to try something different. If I go here, I'm giving this checking square, but not a big deal, I think. And he also has this. Yeah, and this is maybe, no, not maybe. I don't have this because of queen a5. He has a lot of checks after this. Or maybe I go here and after this check then here. Yeah, that might be a way to go. Huh. I'm thinking a stupid forcing line. Bishop d4 check. He has to take. Queen e3 check, sacrificing. He has to check to take. No, he doesn't have to take. I mean, the queen is defending. What am I thinking? The queen is defending c1. What am I thinking? Oh, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. So queen b1. If he does this check, I'm not scared, I guess. I guess I just leave. And if he goes this, as I mentioned, I go here, and only after this check I go up. So let's start with queen here. What can he do to defend against my threat of taking his rook? If he defends with the king, I take and play rook d1 and then promote, and I pray not to be perpetualized. I don't think I am. So what can he do to defend the rook? If he defends with the queen, I take it and play rook d1. Okay, let's do it. Oh, that was the easy one. I was having trouble calculating all the checks. Like this, and I think I have to go here, because here he has queen f5 and sort of a perpetual, and here I think he runs out of checks and he has no time to go this, because, yeah. Okay, 13 points in the pocket. Okay. Crazy position. I want to sacrifice the exchange here, but I don't see a forcing good line. I also want to sack on h3. I don't... I'm just trying to find the proper move order. I really wanted this knight not to be here, to be able to play queen g5 at some point after the exchange sacrifice. Also, this bishop is undefended. There might be some ideas as well that I don't see. Okay, the problem with this type of sacrifice is he can take on f4. He's actually threatening it. Where does this come from? Ah, we were threatening the bishop on b3, that's why he didn't take the knight. So we need to do something with this knight over here. So let's say we sacrifice here to be able to sacrifice with the bishop on h3 instead of the knight. That feels promising, but I can't quite see the whole line. It feels great, but what else can we do? This is too crazy, even for me. This is too slow, but it's a good move. I would probably do this in a real game. Knight there, g4 is not possible, so putting a lot of pressure. Then rook takes bishop is more of a threat because I have the queen g5 follow-up. So, as much as I like this move, I think it's not forcing at all, and I need to find something more crushing. Okay, let's start with this one. I have a good feeling about this one. Yeah. And now let's see how we proceed. So obviously I don't have this fork because of his queen. How can I do it now? This feels really nice, but if he doesn't take, and even if he takes, I'm not sure if I have enough compensation. I should, but if he plays like g3, what do I do? Knight to h5, it's too slow. Too scary for him, but too slow. So do I have something stronger than that? Like crazy stuff? I would love to go here and then queen g5, but I think it doesn't quite work. He takes with the bishop, threatening on f7, probably forcing me. Nah. So I have to be missing something. And I don't want to sacrifice all of my pieces in general. Okay, I don't have any better idea than taking on h3. And I don't think that should win. I don't think that should work. Or maybe it does. What do I do after g3? Knight g2? Is that a move? Knight h5? The other knight to h5? Huh. Feels really dangerous for him. I'm thinking bishop h3, g3, knight 6 to h5, and if he takes my knight, queen h4, threatening f2 and f4, as well as yeah, but I don't think that's quite working. I don't think that's quite working. Okay, but I don't see anything better, so I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna fail this one, yeah. So what other ideas can be in this position? Threatening this knight? I don't see. Oh man, this is too bad. I missed something. I definitely missed something here. And my intended move? Okay, at least that wasn't the solution. So what was the idea here? Oh, I was thinking this, but I didn't consider this. Hey Joel, yeah, I understand, but I don't have much time this afternoon, so I started early today. Okay, and this I didn't try. It's also not. I'm totally clueless about what's the solution here. I'm absolutely clueless here. I think I tried every move, but this, okay. I don't know, threatening the knight somehow. What? What? Why? Why can't he defend? What was the point here? Wow. It makes sense to sack the exchange and then threaten the knight there, but why is this a good move? Is this the idea? Is this the idea? I need to turn the engine on. I'm stunned with this. Knight takes h3. Pawn takes. Oh, darn. How can I miss this? Oh. Yeah, so easy. Queen d6, queen g3. Okay. Let's continue. Darn. Okay, I have the feeling that queen h4 might help at some point of this puzzle. Actually, even now, because we are threatening e1, and if he trades, we are threatening e1 still. And he has no. Wow, that's beautiful. Because after rook takes, let's say bishop f1, we play rook e1. We have d8 protected, and he has no squares to defend the bishop. Okay, so I think that should work. Yeah, he sacrifices the piece. Yeah, that was beautiful. After this, oh, let me turn the engine off. Okay, we're threatening this, and this is no defense because we go there anyway. This is not possible because we're protecting, and we're protecting also two squares to defend the bishop. Nice. Okay, I have a good feeling about our passed pawn here. How to use it. So if we advance, he goes here, obviously. So how can we prepare that? Oh, but then I go here. So e7, if he goes here, I go here, right? Should win. So what can he do after e7? d7? Put the rook in front of the pawn? Yeah. Yeah, then I'm not sure. And if I double first, I guess then I'm winning, because after king e8 then I go d7 check. Yeah. Okay, so rook c1 is good. And if he tries this, I try to trade rooks. He goes here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh yes, then d7 check, using the pin. He has to take with the king, then rook check. He goes back to e8. No, then I'm not sure again. So rook c1, how do I win after king e8? No, sorry, after king e8 I win. After rook d8. I have the feeling that should be winning, but still need to find a way. If I play d7, then it's gonna go king e7, threatening to take. Give me a sec. Okay, where were we? Yeah, I was trying to make rook c1 work. I found the rook d8 defense. Maybe I still can slow play it with rook c6. I don't know. I would prefer to have a more forcing line. Rook b7 too slow? I guess so. What's the threat? I mean, if we want to double rooks on the 7th rank, I would do it in a more forcing way, with threats. Also, f7 is protected, so I'm not even sure if doubling rooks on the 7th is the best plan. So let's see again. After d7 he has rook d8 pretty much against everything. He can't go king e7. That's one point. That's one idea. So if I go rook c1, he can't go here because of d7 check. So in both lines he has this defense. So rook c1, rook d8. rook c8, king e8, then rook c7, then he trades rooks and plays king d7. Oh god! Ah. What am I missing? Shouldn't be that hard, this one. King g2, no, but then he checks me on g5. Yeah, I think this is a tactical puzzle. I don't expect it to be positional approach required here. I don't think so. And we have this here, so we need to use it. I'm just struggling to find a way to do it. If only I could force king e8, somehow I could have some chance, but I cannot force it. I need to find an improvement in one of the two lines. So, can I find an improvement here? King e7 is coming. I can't see it. And in this line, rook d8. Well, at least I can play on here with rook c6. So I probably would do this on a real game, but I don't find a forcing way. Okay, let's play one. What? Why did he move the king? Now he's losing. What did I miss in the other line? I need to turn the engine on after the puzzle and see. Here I think d7 wins. Should win. Yeah. But let me go back here and see what was wrong with rook d8. And I hope it's not rook c6. So rook d8 and rook c8 wins? How? King here. Oh. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. I didn't see this idea. And after rook takes, instead of taking with the rook, we have d7 winning. Yeah, I didn't see this idea, so I was lucky to get this right. Okay, next check. Can we just take and play rook h8? Is that too much? I mean, what else? I don't want to run into any discoveries, so king h1 or rook takes. If rook takes, he has to take. Otherwise, I mean, rook b1 we play here and it's a lot of material. So rook takes, he takes rook h8. He can try king g6 to play for the perpetual, so then we cannot promote. We can try knight e7, I guess. Ah, there's no perpetual. Our queen defends g2. What am I saying? Okay, so rook takes and rook h8 feels right. King h1 feels like giving him a chance. Maybe to take here. So okay, let's do the obvious. And now I need to find a move. This feels right. I guess moving the knight here, threatening mate, feels even better. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, we are in check. I see two legal moves. One of them allows a fork that I'm not sure if it's good or bad for him, and the other doesn't. So I guess king g8 is kind of the obvious. So if I go here and he trades and I take here, he might have a strong initiative. So let's go here, and I failed. Wow. I have a third legal move that I didn't consider. I'm so stupid. Why didn't I consider this? Is it good though? He has to take with the rook. And then what? We're not winning. If I do this, we're not winning. So I guess this should be the move. What? Why? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? I didn't see I didn't see we were threatening the rook on d1 for the whole puzzle. I didn't see the knight was threatening the rook. Oh man, I'm so sleepy. Oh darn. Oh my god. No, not good to do early sessions. Okay, I still have 20 something minutes left. Okay. What do we have here? We have a rook that we can take with check. That usually is a good idea. What's the problem? I mean, we can even... Okay, the only thing I see is we cannot take here, of course. That's... Well, the bishop is pinned, so we could even take there. So what happens after we take the rook? Why don't we take the rook? Oh, I cannot help it, but I need to take that rook. I need to take that rook. I guess I'm not taking the second rook. I guess that feels risky. But I can take the rook and then go here. I'm 2 pieces down currently, so taking the rook is not the end of the puzzle. Maybe I have to take the second rook, but then it's a bit risky. He has things like knight here, attacking here, attacking here. I'm scared. But what else? If I don't take the rook, I should win the queen or something, and I don't see the way. Okay, let's start with this. And now this is good from the material point of view, but I'm scared of 95. And this is good from the positional point of view, but we're down on material still, or not. We would be an exchange up. No, he would have 2 pieces for a rook and 2 pawns. So we could be good from a material point of view, and he doesn't have 95. I mean, I feel like I have to take here. I would take here on a real game for sure, instead of taking the rook. So if I take the rook, 95, can I sacrifice the exchange? Can I even survive there? I don't think so. So I'm gonna take the pawn. And I failed. So let me try this. But I mean, I don't know what to do in this position. He's threatening this, and if I defend that, he's at least winning an exchange there. What do I do? This? No. F6. Do I sacrifice the exchange? Oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. So after this, what do we do with this double threat? This to go to f8. Probably. And we're an exchange up. Okay, that was not easy for me. So I failed 2 puzzles in a row. I should be focus. So bishop f7 is nice. Because yeah, I agree with you, Joel. I think queen d4 was more practical, more human. I think in the end, in the resulting position, you can see that we have material advantage. I wouldn't say it's dubious, but I would say I need to be a grandmaster to convert it, because from a practical point of view, it was a really unpleasant position. But I understand the assessment from the computer, because yeah, we're on exchange up and his king is in the center anyway, so having the rook should be great. Anyway, let's try this. So bishop f7, he cannot take it, and if he doesn't take it, I have bishop d6, so okay, let's do it. And here he blocks and saves the queen, so I have to do it here, right? Okay, that was easy. 96. He's threatening my queen, which I didn't say. I mean, I was considering moves that actually saves the queen, but was totally accidental. And then my mind went to knight h6, and I realized my queen was hanging. So okay, I cannot be fancy here. I need either to take the knight or save my queen. I don't see any particular advantage in trying this threat, because he trades the knight and I don't see anything. I could try this, though. Pinning the knight. Winning by pinning. Yeah, this feels like a interesting move. Still not threatening anything, though, but it feels dangerous for him. And what else can I do? I could do it on d4 immediately. Also, yeah, this feels probably better because it's more forcing, and after the trade, if he doubles, we double, and we finally cash the piece. So if he cannot trade, and we are threatening mate, okay, that should be the solution. Yeah, queen d5 was a little bit slow because it had actually no threat. I mean, it was annoying, the ping, but I'm not threatening to take the piece yet. But yeah, queen d4, removing a defender of the knight and actually forcing it, yeah, then this is winning, because now I'm threatening the piece. And if, okay, he gave up the exchange immediately, which I think he has to, because here, or even here, and it's a full piece for me because of the back rank mate. Yeah. Okay, next. okay, I want to do that at some point of the line. So okay, queen takes feels right, but he defends f1 from d3 as well, so queen takes knight is interesting. He took a knight there? No, he took a rook. Okay, so if I take the piece, he saves the rook, and I play knight f2, I'm winning. Because he can't he can't take the knight and defend the queen at the same time. So yeah, I think this should be winning. And now let's see how. Now let's see how. Maybe taking here first to defend my knight. Because now if I take here, he takes my knight, and what's the deal? I can also take the bishop. Yeah, probably better. Because we're renewing the threat, and actually the rook is hanging anyway, so yeah, queen takes feels... Queen takes, rook f3, knight f2, or queen... yeah, knight f2, yeah. Cashing the exchange, and then after queen d8 check, I go queen f8 to be able to develop my bishop. So let's take here. Oh, he does that way, which is good also. It's also good because I cannot take the rook. I keep missing moves, but I guess I just move my queen, and his rook is on pre. So where to put it? I see some interesting moves. The thing is, he's threatening this, so the only way to stop it would be this one. But I do see a problem there. Queen f8, queen takes knight. I take the rook, but then he has queen g6 check. And okay, I'm material up, I'm a piece up, but he's taking at least one pawn with check. And then rook f1, and I feel scared about that position. So do I have something better than that? Am I missing an obvious move again? Queen d4, only thing protecting eventual queen checks. The problem with queen d4 is rook f8 check, and he saves his material. King h7, and okay, he cannot check, but I'm not threatening anything. He has f2 protected, the c8 bishop pin, so probably rook d3 even wins material for him. No, rook d1 actually is a blunder because of knight f2, but any other move, I mean, he saves his material with rook f8, so I think I need to prevent rook f8. And if I cannot take here, I guess the only way is this one. So I'm gonna do it, but I'm really scared of the final position. Okay, that wasn't the solution. Okay, let's try queen d4. Okay. I hope this is not the solution. Two pieces and a pawn for a rook. I can even take a second pawn. I think I can afford to take on b2. So, yeah. Yeah, that was a little bit annoying. Let's continue. What's my elo? My elo is 2050. So if I take here, he takes and I play f4, he has queen takes e3, which is annoying. So And if I take here, he has knight f3 check and mate next move. So I have to be careful with that. He's basically threatening knight f3. Doesn't matter whether it's a piece or not there. He's threatening knight f3 followed by queen h2. That's his one and only threat. So taking the knight is a move. Then I probably cannot continue with f4 unless a huge trick appears on the way, but I don't see it. What other moves do I have? So after knight takes, queen takes g3, I'm surviving, but I'm not winning anything. Oh, I'm stupid. Knight takes bishop. Knight f3 I take back with the knight. I defend the mate. So knight takes bishop is definitely a move in here. I only have to be worried about f6 or stuff like that. Because, yeah, knight takes g4. Then I guess I have f4. Okay, so knight takes, and if f6, yeah, knight g5 still protects, yes. And after f6, I might go f4. Okay, let's grab the piece and then we'll see. Oh, he took on g4. Okay, I thought f4, but maybe knight takes e3 is a little bit of a concern. Although, okay, it's gonna be two pieces for the rook anyway. I can also try g3. g3 probably safer. Threatening his knight. And g3, I'm a little bit scared of knight takes f2. King takes rook check, king here, queen takes g3 check. I go out, and then he takes my knight. So g3, I'm definitely scared of knight takes f2. But I don't see any other move, right? g3 or f4 only moves. I mean, I won't go knight f3. Knight f3 feels it should be losing. So probably to knight h2. So, okay, what happens after f4? Knight takes e3. What do I have? Oh, I also have, maybe after g3, knight takes f2, maybe I have king g2. Yeah, king g2 feels safe because he can't go rook h3 because it's protected. He can't attack my knight because f6, queen takes g6. So I'm threatening rook h1 and be totally safe. So yeah, g3, knight takes f2, king g2. That's nicer than f4, knight takes e3. Okay, let's do it. And I failed. So f4 was not the solution. Wow. Whoa. Really? Oh man. Knight back to f3. Wow. And yeah, I didn't count on this. I didn't count on knight f3 being a good move here. It feels loose. I mean, I'm totally tight. I cannot move this. I understand that we might run at some point, but we cannot run now because of rook h1. So I'm totally tight. He can long castle, double rooks on the h-file. I'm too scared of this. I understand the direct approach that I thought was good for black doesn't work because of this, and then I'm not losing here, but this is tied. So yeah, I'm too scared in this position. Let's continue. Wow, I'm I'm below 2400 now, and I have 5 more minutes. Give me my rating back. Give me my rating back. Okay, is this a trapped bishop somehow? Yeah, I don't see how to trap it. Okay, the line I'm seeing is f5. He cannot take because there's a mate on e1, so he cannot take the pawn. And after this, I have to take the queen, I guess. Only move is bishop g6 as long as I see. And then I was thinking rook e2. I have f4 ideas. f4, his rook is trapped. Okay, so that should work. I threaten the bishop and then go f4, right? Because bishop c1 cannot be played. Okay, there you go, there you go. Queen takes e4, only move. Where do you say here? Now f5, f5. The thing is the rook is trapped there, so f4 is a strong threat. He cannot take here because of, he lost a piece. He cannot take now on f5 because of the mate. So f5 forces the trade of queens. And then I'm threatening this bishop, only move bishop g6. Then I need to, my rook is hanging, so before going f4 I need to attack this guy. And if he moves it, then the rook is trapped. That was the point. That's why he played f4 here and gave the bishop. Okay, and let's do the final one. This is gonna be the last puzzle for this session. It's time for me to work. So bishop f6, what can we do here? I really want to take there, but I also have this knight g6 stuff. c3 could be hanging. Bishop a3 also an idea. Bishop a3, bishop takes knight, bishop takes rook, bishop takes c3, rook c1, bishop b2, rook b1, something like that should be good. And after bishop a3, bishop e7, I was trying to do some knight g6 idea work, but it doesn't quite work. So okay, knight takes is always a good idea. Knight takes, if he takes it, which I guess he's not going to do, then rook e8, followed by bishop takes rook. Should be good. But after knight takes, I guess he takes on c3. And I don't have such great discover attacks, right? No. He always threatens rook e8. Long line but wins knight. He always threatens rook e8. Where? I'm always preventing rook e8 unless he takes my knight. Okay, so bishop here, what can he do? Besides bishop e7, I don't see bishop takes e5 working for him. Maybe it does. I take the rook, he takes on c3, I play rook c1. And then I'm gonna be an exchange up for a pawn. Maybe not that great though. Maybe not that great, only an exchange for a pawn. Yeah. And after knight takes f7, I cannot calculate everything. I cannot calculate everything after bishop takes c3. I need a good discover attack. And I don't see one. I don't see one. Tough one to end the session. I'm gonna end the session below 2400. Rook d8 as an in-between threat, I don't know, my bishop is defending d1, but maybe. What about g4 to prevent bishop e7 after bishop a3? g4, that's an interesting idea, I didn't consider g4. g4, I guess knight e6. Yeah. And if bishop a3 first, bishop e7. Yeah, the problem with bishop a3, I mean, I think bishop a3 makes a lot of sense, you know, to be able to move this rook somewhere and prevent this bishop takes e3 annoying lines. The problem with bishop a3 is he has a choice. I think bishop e7 works for him, but I also think bishop takes knight works, because after bishop takes rook c1, he takes my bishop, I take his bishop, I have an exchange for a pawn, and I don't have a good feeling about that. Maybe I have rook c7 ideas and maybe I have enough, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, I have to do one move now. g4, I don't quite believe it. Bishop a3, I think makes a lot of sense, but knight takes f7, I think I'm gonna go for knight takes f7. Knight g6, I saw it. The problem is I don't. Well, I threatened something, but let's say he moves the rook out, and yeah, c3 is hanging, and I don't see what are we doing there. I don't see a follow-up. Maybe I can go bishop a3 and after bishop e7 take, and after he takes knight takes f7, threatening the knight. Maybe that makes more sense, because if rook f7, rook e7, he's losing, so he has to move the knight, and then I have the ability to take a second pawn. That might be a good variation, but that should rely on the fact that bishop takes knight is good for me, that I'm not sure. So yeah, the problem with knight takes f7 is bishop c3, so I guess I'm gonna go for bishop a3 and after here trade and knight f7. Let me try to work this out in 1 minute left that I have. Bishop a3, I guess he has to do one of these two moves. Yeah, because f7 is under attack, so and the rook. So bishop e6, yeah, but then I take the rook, then I take the exchange. Okay, one of these two moves should be the solution, and I'm really confident in the line I saw with bishop e7, bishop takes e7. So the only thing to be sure about is what happens after bishop e5, bishop f8. I'm gonna win the exchange in that line, but at least he takes a pawn. I guess I have to go there. Okay, let's do it. Okay, he goes for this. Let's take here, and that's it. Yay! Yay! Above 2400. And my point here was I trade and I take one pawn. And he cannot take because this is totally losing for him. So I'm threatening this guy. He can't defend it, of course, so he has to move it. Let's say somewhere. And then I take a second pawn. And okay, it's not an exchange, but it's 2 pawns. And in the line he played, I was lucky the puzzle ended here, but I wasn't sure. Oh, maybe I have some strong rook e8 ideas now that I see. So I was trying this. If he saves the bishop, I save my bishop. I guess for him best is to take. And I thought, okay, this is only an exchange for for a pawn, but maybe this is okay. Maybe we have some strong attacking ideas like this, or going to c7, or attacking b7. Maybe we're too active compared to this, and a little bit exposed. Okay, lucky. Not my best session, but maybe we'll see later in the afternoon. I'm not sure because I have too many things to do today. See you guys.